Melanie Vogel, who was a lawyer for the office, and she had cancer. And we had committed to work with Melanie as long as she could work. And she lived in Boulder. We moved her down near the Capitol, and 7 of us in the office kind of became a hospice team for her. We spent time with her on weekends and walked her dogs, and I really learned a lot from Melanie, because it was the first time I really watched somebody very closely who was dying. And she was a great spirit. One of her assignments in the office was to arrange the Dome on the Range. Remember when we'd go around and have Dome on the Range? Well, we had one scheduled for Pueblo. And the Country Kitchen, which was the former name, was our favorite place. And I remember the coconut cream pies that we shared always here. But Melanie was in charge of that, and then she died before it occurred, just 2 or 3 weeks before. Well, I came down then with a captain. All of us steamed up here, and we had our beginning session in Pueblo. And it was a luncheon meeting. During the lunch, there was supposed to be a little break of entertainment. And out from the kitchen back here came a dancing rubber chicken. And we all instinctively knew that it was Melanie's last gift to us. And we broke up in great laughter with great reverence for a wonderful spirit. It was just a story. It was just overwhelming to me as I walked in here this morning. So much for old stories. It's dangerous to invite me back. I want to speak very quickly and briefly. Someone asked me, I'm working in Washington now on education, why I interrupted my work and came out to do this schedule. My family, my wife is here, and we have 7 children, 18 grandchildren. They got on my back. They said, why in the world are you out there working on other problems when Colorado is the swing state in this election? You ought to get out here on the road. Get out here. And so I'm here. And I tell you, I believe that this is the most important election I have seen in 30 years. My message is the following, and it's about Pueblo. Remember, I was governor for 12 years. We worked those 12 years to bring an economy back to Pueblo. I mean, we brought jobs into the city from all over the world, and many of you in this room helped us do that. This nation is in a similar position. We got to revitalize the economy of the United States, and we got to begin first by making the banking system work. I tell you, it is alarming, scary. We need new leadership. I'm not going to go into great detail with this, but I'll just give you 1 week. I want a president who is calm, who's cool under fire, who's deliberate, who's inclusive of his opinion, and who will then make decisions, not shooting from the hip. And Obama has those characteristics. When I see McCain, I see somebody who is impulsive, impetuous, the week of the crisis. He says, I'm going to stop my campaign, I'm going to go to Washington, I'm going to leave until it stops. Boom, that lasted for 24 hours. Then he was back onto the campaign. I don't know what the man's going to pull out of the bag the next day. I don't believe in that kind of leadership sitting at the top of this nation. And I think the world doesn't believe in this nation's leadership in terms of fiscal matters. And as you well know, just read this morning's paper. For the first time in history, the United States and the world are coordinating banking matters. And what they're trying to do is to get banks to loan money to other banks. And you can't get a loan on the street of Pueblo unless we get banks to begin to push money around. And the other problem is the cash reserves are accumulating in countries that didn't used to have it. Russia, Brazil, China. We've got very, very serious leadership problems. And I tell you, we've got to start there. Obama was going to be right for this nation economically. And you see that in the polls. There's a whole lot of other issues that my colleagues will cover in Colorado, including water. I'm just fascinated as I get back to Pueblo and talk to my friends here about McCain discussing a rewrite of the Colorado River Compact. I got to tell you, those are fighting words in Colorado. Fighting words. As you well know, live down the valley, and we're so dry out there. We need to use Colorado water here. So we can talk about the economy, we can talk about water, we can talk about health care, but we simply are at a place in this country where we have the opportunity to have new leadership. We need it. And now, the issue is, what can we in this room do about it? And we've got, what, 26, 25 days left, and we need to be